name's Carolyn Miller at Good Vibes Ranch and Farm in Humboldt, California. We're a 509(a)(2) nonprofit. We're a wellness center, so basically everything that comes in that's donation-based supports community efforts. We support different charitable causes, not just our own. We help San Diego Food Bank. We help displaced families. We help veterans and first responders as far as the different programs that we help. So these are a few of the things that we do with our wellness center. So we have different clubs that we help to educate community, from sustainable farming to art and music, to fitness and holistic health practices. So overall, things that help you have a more purposeful life, as well as, a healthier way of life. I grew up in a wellness center, so I've been helping people my whole life. You know, I wanted to get away from people trying to worry about the vanity aspects, and more just feel good about themselves. Life is a pretty tough road. People go through so many things in life. I personally have gone through some traumatic things, so I have a very big heart for veterans and first responders that have severe trauma, that have gone through things, because it's really hard to overcome. But getting out in nature is a way to really let go of those feelings and get grounded and feel centered again, even if it's for a temporary period of time, because going through those kinds of things, it's a lifelong journey. Wellness is a lifelong journey. So being able to connect with nature, playing around a disc golf or going hiking, just even camping, being outdoors, it just makes you feel good at the end of the day. It's kind of funny. I remember back to the first day I got here, and the minute I stepped foot on the land, and just feeling like the decompression, just like, so now every time I see somebody for the first time, I can see that wave of decompression come, over them. And then they get to participate in all the different facets. And I've had so many testimonials of people from, single dads that come out here that have the ability to just have their child run around and not be glued to the TV, and just enjoy having s'mores by the campfire, or running, playing on the rocks, safely, of course. But it helps families grow together as well. People participating in some of the different programs, like the gardening club. We've had all different types of people come through here, and they go home with a sense of purpose, feeling better about things, and they get out of the matrix, the hustle bustle of life, and just for a moment in time, things just, it's like time stops for them, and they can just relax, which is so important about, participating in some of the different aspects of what we have here at the ranch. The interface was super user friendly, super easy. That was my first thing that I said, okay. I'd gone to some of the different platforms, and they were not just difficult setting up, from a business standpoint, but from a consumer standpoint, it was like a little frustrating. I really liked how everything was very easy to use, and as far as like my research, people trust HipCamp. It's one of the #1 sites that people use, nationwide. So that was really appealing to me. That's been super positive. HipCamp is, granted, there's no background check for HipCamp. As far as like short-term stays, weekends, they're very good, because not only can the consumer do a rating, but the business can also do a rating on the camper. And so that's, I think, keeps an even playing field for both business and the consumers, so that you're getting quality clientele coming through. Most of them are pretty adapted to outside, or they're regular staycationers where, it's fun for them to find a new space, on Hip Camp that is like new that they haven't seen before. So, granted, we've only been on Hip Camp for a year, right? So, or going on a year now. And so, as far as that's concerned, most of the people that have come here, I mean, we've had people come even from Australia utilizing Hip Camp and, across the country utilizing Hip Camp. So that was really neat because when I just originally started, it was pretty much just here local, with our different programs like disc golf and stuff like that. So the camping with Hip Camp, that's when it really started to take off because we started to get, more traction with people seeing who we were, and that was really neat for us. Absolutely. As far as, camping is one of our number one aspects of our wellness program because even though you're not necessarily doing a whole lot. If you come out here, sometimes you're just sitting with your family and friends and just connecting in nature, right? So, but, which gives a whole bigger spectrum of people versus like being able to go hiking in the mountains or disc golf or some of these other or fitness related things, right? So anybody can come and camp. So that it's been that one I truly feel that utilizing Hip Camp is going to allow us to double triple our revenue streams moving forward because of the exposure. Absolutely. Actually, that's kind of funny that you asked that because typically people will want to extend their stay, and or if not, say I'm coming back. We have hip campers that come monthly that live in San Diego or live close enough here to the ranch that they come on a regular basis. Even some of the nomad groups or traveling groups that come through here as well, or traveling musicians or artists that we have that come here. Um, each time they want to stay a little bit longer, which is really neat because we have so much to offer here. They can't get it done in one weekend or, an overnight stay. So each time they come back, they get to experience something different here, and that's so fun for them. It's good vibes. So people just feel the energy here. We've set up the different areas, yes, to be more inviting so that there's different activities for them to do. It's not typical of most camping spaces. They may have certain things, but we have a unique, different amount of activities. The disc golf course being one. We're the only disc golf course and camping facility in San Diego. So that is super niche, and that's been a very fun activity that people have come here of all ages, all skill levels from amateur to professional levels. So that's been a neat activity for people to participate in. The billiards is a super fun one, especially if it's raining. We can enclose it and people can come over here. There. So that's
music events too.
Music events as well. Yeah, we do with our music club. We do open mic and jam sessions on Saturdays. We do it from 4 to 8. So that's a fun thing. Even the campers can participate in some karaoke or just enjoy the music, and enjoy the company that they have. So that's a fun one. Try not to go too far ahead, but our goal is to have about 50 cabins here on property or combination of yurts, domes, and cabins, and on different parts of the ranch. We're hoping to have 2 disc golf courses at that point. We'd love to have, pickleball and some additional activities that are super fun and engaging in the community. We've talked about a body of the water or something like that as well, but that's still, you know, we kind of enjoy the tranquility of the way the space is. So we don't want to take away too much from the natural aspects of being here and connecting with nature. Because if we grow it too big and it's commercialized, then that's really takes away from what our true mission is, which is having people embrace the outdoors and feel the vibes, just enjoying it, as opposed to having it too commercialized. So we're not trying to make too many changes, but some things like having a full running gift shop, which we're working on. Maybe have a restaurant aspect or catering style kitchen where people can have late night bites, or that they can just come here and rent their camping gear, you know have food prepared for them where they can just have a getaway in nature. Would be a neat little thing to do, even if we just did it on weekends, but or in combination with our retreats. So definitely a lot more disc golf tournaments and retreats, yoga retreats, things of that nature that we'd like to have at that point. A full working calendar for people to be able to come any day of the week and participate in a variety of wellness programs would be really neat.